This incredible story will teach us the importance of having a pure heart and how our past actions can shape our present. So, hello and welcome to Way to Enlightenment, where we share Buddha's wisdom and inspiring stories for a happier, peaceful life. Let's dive into the story of Chakshupal, a blind monk, and the valuable lesson we can learn from his life. Once upon a time, in the heart of ancient India, there was a serene monastery called Jetavana, where a blind monk named Chakshupal lived. One day, he came to the monastery to pay his respects to the Buddha. After his visit, he spent the night walking back and forth, deep in meditation. Unaware of his surroundings, he accidentally stepped on some insects, crushing them underfoot. The next morning, a few other monks noticed the dead insects and quickly assumed that Chakshupal had committed a sinful act by killing them. The monks reported the incident to the Buddha, expecting him to reprimand Chakshupal. But Buddha, in his infinite wisdom, asked them, "Did any of you see Chakshupal intentionally kill those insects?" The monks replied, "No, we did not." Buddha smiled and gently explained, "Just as you did not see him kill those insects, Chakshupal did not see them either. He is blind and incapable of such an act. Moreover, Chakshupal has reached a state of enlightenment, free from anger and desire. His mind is pure and he harbors no ill will. Therefore, he is innocent." The monks were curious and asked, "If Chakshupal is enlightened, why is he blind?" Buddha then shared a story from Chakshupal's past life that left everyone in deep thought. Buddha said, "In a previous life, Chakshupal was a skilled eye doctor. One day, a woman came to him for treatment. She promised that if he could cure her blindness, she would serve him and his family for the rest of her life. The doctor treated her, and her vision was fully restored. But fearing she would have to fulfill her promise, the woman lied and said her vision had not improved. The doctor, realizing she was lying, was filled with anger. To punish her, he gave her medicine that blinded her completely. This cruel act set off a chain of events that followed him into future lives, causing him to be reborn blind, even in his current life as Chakshupal." Buddha concluded, "All our experiences are shaped by our thoughts and actions. When we act with a pure heart, good things come our way. But if our actions are driven by negativity, we will face the consequences. We carry the seeds of our past actions into the future, and we cannot escape the results of those actions until we cleanse our minds of evil thoughts." And that, my friends, is the story of Chakshupal. It's a story that reminds us of the incredible power our thoughts and actions have in shaping our lives. Remember, every choice you make today can influence your tomorrow. So let's choose kindness, compassion, and positive thoughts, and watch how the world around us begins to change. Let's continue this journey with another inspiring story of one of Buddha's most revered disciples. This story beautifully illustrates how the seeds we sow, whether good or bad, eventually bear fruit, often in ways we least expect. Maha Moggallana was a highly respected disciple of Buddha, known for his wisdom and spiritual powers. People would come to him to learn about the path to happiness and the reasons for suffering. His teachings were so powerful that people offered him generous gifts out of deep respect, and his fame overgrew. However, the growing popularity of Maha Moggallana disturbed some other people from a different sect. They noticed that fewer people were coming to them, and they believed that Maha Moggallana was the reason. Filled with jealousy and fear of losing their influence, they plotted to kill him, thinking that once he was gone, they would regain their followers. They hired assassins and paid them a hefty sum to carry out the murder. The assassins surrounded Maha Moggallana's residence, ready to strike. However, Maha Moggallana, with his divine powers, managed to escape through a small hole in the door. The assassin tried again, but this time, he escaped through a hole in the roof. After several failed attempts, Maha Moggallana realized that his death at the hands of these men was destined due to his past karma. He accepted his fate and did not try to escape anymore. The assassins finally caught him, brutally beating him until his body was completely shattered, as if they were crushing grains of rice. They left his broken body in the forest, thinking they had silenced him forever. The news of Maha Moggallana's death spread like wildfire throughout the kingdom. King Ajatashatru was very sad about the loss and told his spies to find the killers. They were caught, and the king sentenced them all to death. That evening, a gathering of disciples took place. They were deeply troubled and puzzled by the tragic end of Maha Moggallana, a man who had lived such a righteous life. Seeking answers, they turned to Buddha, who explained the mysterious workings of karma. Buddha explained, if we look only at Maha Moggallana's final life, it may seem unjust. But karma is not limited to one lifetime. It is connected to actions from past lives as well. Buddha then narrated a story from Maha Moggallana's past life. In a past life, Maha Moggallana was a devoted son who cared deeply for his blind parents in Varanasi. He did all the household chores with love, and his parents, seeing how hard he worked, decided to find him a wife to help him. Even though he didn't want to marry, he agreed to make them happy. Sadly, his wife was cruel. At first, she pretended to care for his parents, but soon she grew to resent them. She would make messes in the house and blame the blind parents, slowly turning her husband against them. Influenced by her lies, he began to see his parents as a burden. One day, he decided to get rid of them. He convinced them to visit some relatives and took them on a journey in a bullock cart. On the way, he pretended they were being attacked by robbers. His parents, thinking only of their son's safety, told him to escape and leave them behind. But instead of saving them, he cruelly beat them to death, making it look like the robbers had done it. This heinous act weighed heavily on his soul, and it was only in his final life as Maha Moggallana that he fully repaid the karmic debt by enduring a similar fate at the hands of the assassins. This story reminds us that our actions, whether good or bad, follow us across lifetimes. Karma is a powerful force, and no one can escape the consequences of their deeds. Even the most enlightened beings are not exempt from the effects of past actions. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Let's spread positivity together and create a world filled with love and understanding. Thank you for watching.